We will continue to provide you content on some of the programs and relief that is available to Canadians. So we've already done a video with regards to self-employed and business owners, and this video is in regards to the individuals and what some of the programs are available. So we're going to talk about 10 ideas today. I'll try to go through them fairly quickly, and the content, and there is also a blog with a little bit more detail, and we'll continue to evolve. Okay, so let's get into it. Part of the individual program that the government has rolled out is, first of all, the increase to the Canada Child Benefit. So they have noted that it will increase $300 per child. Now, this will depend if you're currently receiving the benefit, and this will be effective for the 2019-2020 year. So what this means is that, as far as I know, the payment will only be for May and June, and then your July payment will be changed effective 2019's tax year. The second item is employment insurance. So the first week of this all occurring, last week, there was about 500,000 people that applied for employment insurance. So if you have been let go due to undue cause, and because of this situation with COVID-19, you can apply for employment insurance. Details will be in the blog, but the maximum, if you've been earning the maximum income, your employment income will be $537 per week. Now, if 2 income earners are receiving this on a 4-week period, that should amount to just over $4,500 of monthly taxable income from employment insurance. And you'll see a next video that we'll post on a budget of before COVID-19, what a cash flow situation looks like for an individual versus after COVID-19, if you do employ these different ideas out there. And this $4,500 of employment insurance should be able to cover most of Canadians and what their expenses are. So stay tuned and make sure you look for that video as well. The third idea. So for single parents, I don't have a lot of details, but government has stated that they'll increase GST payments, as well as there's supposed to be an extra amount for single parents, up to $1,500. For student loans. So apparently they are freezing all student loans as far as I can see, which means even if you want to continue paying your student loan, it will be frozen, meaning the payment doesn't have to be made. Now, what I'm recommending is that you take that payment that you were planning on making on your student loans, tuck it away, just in the event that you do have some financial turmoil. And if you decide down the road in 3 or 6 months that you want to just make that lump sum with that amount, just pay it down later. But hold on to that money now while government is willing to freeze those payments. Tax deferral. So personal taxes are not due until June 1st now. So good news, but I am finding Canadians more eager to get their taxes filed because they want their tax refunds. The other downfall of delaying is that it can affect your government programs. So if you're getting the Canada Child amount and you don't file your taxes timely like you normally do, your July payment might also be delayed. So take that into consideration when you are considering filing your personal income taxes. But good news is that any personal taxes that is due now up until September isn't due until August 31st. So if you do have some taxes that are owing and you would rather hold on to that money now, I recommend just tucking it aside in the event of an emergency, and then just making that tax payment in August when it is due. The mortgage payments. So the big banks and pretty much every institution has stepped up and said that they will delay mortgage payments for up to 6 months. Now, you do have to provide financial hardship. So if you're both or 2 income earners are still working in the household from home and they're still earning your income, you're not going to be approved for this because you do not have financial hardship. But if you haven't let go from your job, I would contact your financial institution and have those payments delayed. Now, make sure you ask them what the implications of this is. So all these delayed payments isn't just a free ride or a get out of jail card. The interest will still accrue, and you have to make sure you're aware of what your payment's going to be when it starts back up. Most of these mortgage payments will be increased a little bit when this starts back up down the road. So just make sure that you can budget for that as well down the road. Other debts, so credit cards, personal lines of credits, most institutions out there are also stepping up, saying that these payments can be delayed. Again, interest will still accrue. Car financing. So The States is a little bit ahead of Canada in this regard, but it looks like most of the major auto financing companies are also going to allow a deferred car payment if you're borrowing from a leasing company. So check with your institutions as well as far as delaying those payments, and make sure you just understand how it's going to affect your contract with them down the road. And for retirees, RIF minimums. So there was application to the government asking for RIF minimums to be reduced. Biggest benefit of this is that with RIF payments, you're forced to take income, and by reducing the minimum required RIF, so right now it's being told that 25% reduction in RIF payments is being applied for 2020, which just means that you're not forced to lock in a loss, like if your portfolios are down. So those RIF minimums are being reduced by 25%. And lastly, I don't want to spread a rumor that isn't going to come true, but the leaders of the insurance companies, in combination with 𝗂𝒂𝒂𝒂 is meeting, and they are talking about suspending or what they can do or what kind of relief that they can implement in order for help with insurance payments. So again, that's all I know. I don't know if it will be implemented or not. I don't even imagine how this is possible without paying insurance premiums, how claims might be able to be paid. But as soon as we hear anything in that regard, we will let you know.